Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to a little live stream here today with a new game. And take a quick guess what game it is. I'll give you a little hint. It's not GTA, it's not Sims, and it's not Forza Horizon. Yeah, you got it? Yeah, it's actually F1 22. You might not have realized because there's not a single F1 car or something F1 related on the screen. But that's the new F1 game for you. This is my second try of starting this live stream, as I just tried to do my first multiplayer race and the game immediately crashed. Well, I could have put resources into maybe fixing online lobbies, but instead we got supercars and sofas. Yo, can you see that in the background next to the Ferrari? There's an iPhone flying. There are iPhones flying in the background. Can you see that? God, it's so bad. Well, this is my second try. Let's hope this time the game won't crash. I'm not confident, as just above the roof of the Ferrari F8 Turbo, B-Turbo in the background, you can see sunglasses flying. Well, this is definitely interesting. I'm quickly gonna set up the stream and then we'll try to join another online lobby. A little disclaimer for the background music. That's actually not the background music to start the game with. You actually start the game with the selected track playlist from EA, but that actually causes some copyright issues for streamers, so you have to go into settings and go into a streamer mode so you don't run into trouble with YouTube, for example. Would have been helpful if they put a disclaimer at the beginning of the game letting the people know, but I guess not. So I'm quite lucky I knew about that. I think like 90% of the people that buy the game don't know about it, so yeah. If you are planning on streaming F1, make sure to put that switch on. Let's try some ranked lobbies. I usually always do them at the beginning of the game to get a ranking, and then I usually never touch them again for the rest of the game lifespan. Short, some 5 lappers. Let's see if I find a lobby. I do. Saudi Arabia. This could go horribly wrong. I've done barely any racing on this game yet, about 6 laps I think. Obviously I uploaded the Miami 5-lapper a few days ago. That was my first race on this game. I haven't really had the time to do some more racing. So far, I mean, the handling is fine, I'm just not a fan of the terrible traction, especially at race starts. I only have one setup, so I have to take the Miami one, I think. Might lower the downforce a little bit. Well, let's see if the game doesn't crash this time. Am I confident it doesn't crash? No, not really. Oh, the game didn't crash. Let's go. So we're actually on track for one-shot qualifying. So I actually have the back end. One positive thing about this game is they actually updated a few tracks, which I'm really happy about. Obviously on F1 2021 the model version of Jeddah was the one before the actual race, so they basically had a good guess of what the track could look like, which I think was pretty decent. I mean, my main critique was maybe the curbs. They were quite off, they were way too low. But for this game they made the changes they had to, and track looks good. There's still some other tracks that need to be worked on, especially Spa for example, which has seen big changes in real life and is quite off, I'd say. But apart from that, it's decent. Now, does adding something like F1 Live make it okay for them to not update other tracks? No, it doesn't. Tracks on a licensed F1 game should have, Jesus Christ, should have priority. But that's a whole nother topic. Car feels kind of like a boat, to put it nicely. But it's gonna be a P3, I think, yeah. I don't know how many people are in this lobby. I think about 7 or something like that. 11 actually, okay. Yeah, thanks Nick, and hi again for the second time we're trying the stream. Yeah, you know I always like orange and black. Obviously this is not going to be my final helmet. I have to stick with this one for now. It's quite plain, but the game just doesn't feature anything. But if you buy the VIP pass, as you can see, you can get a new sofa, which is definitely gonna help me greatly on the racetrack. God, I'm salty. 7/10 of someone that is not ranked yet. Yeah, could be better. So anything new here? No. I mean, obviously they made the change with going up to 50 as the maximum for the aerodynamics in the setup, which, I mean, is nice, gives some more playing room for setup creations. Good feature, and that's about it with features for gameplay, I think. And the whole cinematic shots in career mode. Watch me bin it off the line. I can't do these starts with the new traction model. But everybody else seems to have the same issues, so that's good. Already down 2 spots. Okay, leave me some space, please. And back up into P3. The audio is lagging like crazy. Oh, he's offline here. I think that's the post setter. Oh, he's slow as hell. He might have damage, I think. I think we're free wide. This is not gonna go well. Got both of them. Some slight contact with the ball. Everything's good though. Decent start. Did not get taken out, which is positive. First warning, excuse me, but I just can't make the corner with the amount of understeer this car has. I was trying my best though. I have to say the engine sounds are improved. I feel like they definitely worked on that. Suddenly there's a huge gap behind me. Which is good because that lowers the chance of me getting taken out by someone else. Apart from myself, of course. That was good, I was about to say. They fixed that corner because last game, if you stayed off the track long enough when you cut it, you did not get a warning, you got away with it basically. They fixed that, so now you get a warning for that. In this situation, not good for myself, but it's good that they fixed that corner though, because it's obviously still a warning, no matter how long you stay off track. Can't get that corner right. Nice back end.
Okay, DRS is now available. Okay, you're creating some breathing space between you and the car behind by a few seconds of that. Really good stuff.
Was that my third warning? Why don't I get a penalty? Well, I thought it was... It's always 3 warnings, isn't it? It's interesting. Obviously I don't know what penalty system this is set on. This might not run on strict, I think. The understeer is really bad. I feel like I haven't hit a single apex on this lap so far. Thanks for the messages. I'm gonna read them after the race. Hey, I got the corner for the first time in this race. We need to fix that bridge that I'm looking at right now. That's not just boring concrete in real life. That's like full of LEDs and lights in real life and actually looks really nice, I have to say. I don't know why they did not change that with all the other changes they made on the track. Because that is actually... I mean, look at an onboard lap at Jeddah in real life. They have this... That bridge is all lit up. It actually looks really cool. Shame they didn't put it in this game. But then again, we got leather sofas, so I'd rather obviously have a sofa than an accurate racetrack in a racing game. So we can queue up with P1. He seems to be quicker than myself, which obviously isn't, because I'm quicker than anyone on this game, on any game. Okay, I'm taking the piss. I'm not. I am quicker. Penalty? No warning. I was off track. Okay. Good to see that at least the warnings are still inconsistent. And final lap. Seems like myself and the guy in first are in another league. I mean, we almost got an entire pit stop on the guys in 3rd, 4th and 5th. And I haven't spun yet. Yeah. God, the traction. Nice save, I have to say. That's the first one on this game. Would have been funny if I would have spun out now and crashed, because I just said I did not spin yet. Whoa, now I spun. But we got a big gap on P3. That is gone now, because once you spin, you absolutely have zero traction. Nice, podium gone. Fantastic. Well, would have been a good race before the final lap started. Ah. The loading times. Yeah, I know it. I bottled the podium, but I knew there was no way I'm gonna finish a race without crashing. You might have seen the my first race I did on this game that I uploaded yesterday evening. That took me like 8 tries to just get lap 1 done without either getting murdered by the AI or just spinning out. You know, I'm fine with a loose car. Actually, I really like loose cars. I prefer driving a loose car over an understeering car. But at some point, oversteer gets so unpredictable in these cars, it's actually terrible. Like, you get wheel spin on the exit of a corner in 4th gear. How is that realistic? And there's no way you can expect or anticipate these sudden snaps of oversteer, so there's no way you can handle that. At least for myself. I consider myself to have a decent car control, but I can't control random sudden oversteer snaps. Like, that's not possible for a human being. I think it won't at first, Nick. I don't think it will suit you at first. I think it just needs practice. A lot of practice. For myself as well. I mean, the driving style itself isn't bad. I actually feel like the cars don't handle that poorly. It's just these snaps of oversteer that you just need to get used to. And I'm still planning on how to handle them. You might just have to be really, really careful in acceleration zones, and on exit of fast corners. Yeah, I haven't tried the rain yet. That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, you say that with the rain, but then again, I haven't done it yet, and after doing 2 races on this game, I'm not confident. I'm not confident. Yeah, so was I, Nick, and I was hoping they would improve on this game, but they made it even worse. Which is beyond me, because I don't know if you remember, but on F1 2019 during the lockdown, all the F1 guys were playing the F1 game, and the main critique for the handling system of, for example, Lando Norris called that out, is that the car is way too snappy on the acceleration. So you might think Codemasters would improve the traction. What did they do? They made it 10 times worse. And yeah, it's beyond me how they did that. when even real life F1 drivers tell you that's not how it is in real life. So, I mean, when do you see a car spin out in real life on acceleration? Like never. So let's try the new Abu Dhabi layout for the first time. They actually made a lot of changes on this track, which was needed after the reconfiguration in real life. So. Oh, this is a double apex. Interesting. So far so good. I definitely prefer the first sector compared to the past, with the weird chicane going into the hairpin that never felt good to drive. I have no trust in the car, and that's invalid. Nice. I have absolutely no trust in the car. This is actually flat, okay? Obviously that doesn't matter now as I invalid, but... yeah, you need to build in a trust in the car. At the end of last game, for example, I knew what to expect from the car itself. Why is he spinning? What to expect from the car. And if you know what you're expecting from the car, you can build up confidence and you constantly get quicker. Right now I have absolutely no confidence because all I've done on this game so far is lose the rear. Oh, but I think that comes with time. Obviously I've done less than 20 laps on this game yet, so... nice to see that I validated my lap. I'm still starting 8th. Yeah, I agree. This layout is definitely better than the one they used from 2009 onwards until 2020. I mean, they always had a good first sector, at least. Like the first 3 or 4 corners at Abu Dhabi were always great, so it was just a shame it went downhill after that. But now it's improved and definitely feels better. Okay, there are just 2 cars missing now. See, and that happens when no one can control these cars under acceleration. 4 people just lost it into myself. Like... I got... okay, now I got right front wing damage. This will be interesting to see, because I've seen in streams that front wing damage doesn't mean anything on this game, so we can test it out right now, if it actually makes it different or not.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
I was just wondering what that weird noise was in my right ear, and I think that was the car hitting the bottom, so you can hear the porpoising, I think. That's a cool feature. I mean, with all the critique, you also have to point out the positive things they did with this game. While the negative things are more, obviously. But, oh look, that's the guy at Saudi Arabia that was leading. Oh, there's a weird bump there in the middle of that corner. That was so random, did you see that? 4th gear, just going around the outside, not even full throttle, car just snaps and spins out. Random. So random. Does that happen in real life? No, it doesn't. Does this make the handling system unrealistic? It does. Look, do you see how loose the car is? And from the indicator on the right hand side you can see I don't have any floor damage, no rear wing damage, no side pod damage. And front wing damage doesn't make your car loose. So this is the actual handling model. Can you hear the porpoising? Good feature. Handling, bad feature. Wow, this corner feels bad. I can't really tell if I feel the front wing damage or not, because the handling model generally feels understeery as well, so I can't tell, to be honest. It might not make a difference. I feel like with a lime wing it would have been worse on last year's game, so I think it's not as bad as it used to be. Wow. Oh, Jesus Christ. I really hope it's a front wing damage, because if that's the handling system, then holy hell. Yet with all the terrible driving we're displaying right now, I'm still catching up to the guy in 6th, so just goes to show that I think the skill level in this lobby is quite bad. I mean, we're still unranked, so I'm obviously getting into lobbies with random people that don't have a rank yet. Nice weaving. Oh god. Bro. Yeah, now I definitely got front wing damage. He tried to pile drive me and killed himself. Now we can test the front wing damage. How bad is yellow wing at Abu Dhabi? That did not feel too bad. It's minimally different. There's it's pretty much non-existent. I can feel a little more understeer than before, but it's really not a lot, considering we're running a yellow wing here. So I mean, yeah, there's some, as you can see me going off track, but it's a lot less than on yeah, the previous games. Hey, top 5. Yeah. Me saying I'm an unprofessional YouTuber. At least I got a thumbnail while streaming. You always add them after the stream, so I'm at least slightly more professional than you are. Sorry. Hi Maddie, nice to see you. Looking by in the stream. I might be open to do a little bit of co-op. I don't think I've done co-op since F1 2014, so that would be interesting. My rank is going to be horrible when I get it. You could, I think if you would be more professional with some things like thumbnails, you could be a lot bigger, Nick. Because you have the streaming consistency of being a big YouTuber and streamer, because you stream almost daily. So you put a lot of effort and time into your YouTube thing. And I think if you put a little more effort into stuff like... Wait a second, I'll continue in a second, but you have to look at the... Oh, it's not showing now. I'll show in the next race. I think if you put more time and effort into things like thumbnail design before streams and maybe some tags and yeah, I think you could be a lot bigger. I think you got the potential for that. Austria, because we are there in a week. That's a nice flex. Yeah, I can only like suggest that, because the biggest thing of streaming and making YouTube content is to constantly and consistently produce lots of content, and that you do that. You don't need to do any more. Your output is great and consistent for years now, and it's a lot, and that's the most important thing. If you build on that base, which you already have, and you already got almost 1,000 subscribers, you can easily grow into a decently big YouTube channel if you put a little more effort into things like design and maybe some new series, some exciting series. I think you definitely got the potential, especially on the Dutch market, because the Dutch racing and motorsport market is booming like crazy. So it's funny how I voted for Austria, because we're going there. Otherwise I never would have voted for Austria, because I'm terrible at that track historically. And let's turn this off and quickly look at this beautiful non-F1 related background in the lobbies. Hey, as at least a safety car, that's somewhat F1 related, but we're seeing some random ass people in a living room. Did not ask for that, but thanks Codemasters NEA. Oh, here we go. So first wet session. Let's see how this goes. Ah, damn. I accidentally went on track. I wanted to change the setup. Okay, let's stick with the Miami one. And let's see how bad the traction is in the wet. If I finish this lap cleanly without going off track or spinning, I'd be surprised. Okay. Sketchy, but nothing unusual in the wet. They made the trip up to turn 2 a lot less bumpy than in previous years. It was a lot too bumpy last year's game, and they kind of evened it out, which is good. It's a lot smoother now. It's 6th gear. I just spun out going pretty much in a straight line in 6th gear. I mean, yeah, 6th gear. Oh my god. Yeah, that was interesting. 6th gear. Well. No, I'm not running any traction. I'm only running ABS. Imagine me spinning out in 6th gear with medium traction. That would be interesting. Ah, now I missed what I wanted to show. You have to look in the top right when you're on the loading screen. Hold up. Do you see these little PlayStation icons? So that's definitely confirmation, in my opinion, that crossplay is coming. Nice anti-stall. That crossplay is coming. And then we'll be able to see in the loading screens who is on which platform. That's actually a nice feature. Okay. Why does he have so much grip in the grass? Yo, okay. Nice. That just gave me some Jan Holm flashbacks from a nice SRL season, where he just randomly breaks 50 meters early. And this dude is a menace. Oh, nice. Ah, yeah, of course, he doesn't have a front wing, so now his straight line speed is out of this world. Okay. Suggesting to pit. I don't know if I would pit on this game if I get yellow wing damage. Because it really doesn't feel that bad. And it's a yellow wing, so... I mean, let's quickly look how that thing looks. Yeah, I'm missing basically like Leclerc's front wing yesterday. Which also didn't really seem to affect his pace, so... It's good to see that it's actually quite realistic. Because obviously yesterday Leclerc was also missing his end plate and he ran with that end plate missing the entire race and was on pace to win if the last safety car obviously doesn't come out. P3's off track. Could we get the first podium? It's a third race in an unranked in a ranked session. I still haven't gotten a podium. Quite sad. Oh, he's dead? Okay. The car feels alright actually, I have to say. This is, I think, my first race I'm doing where I'd say the car handles pretty decently. I'd love to see if I'm improving my sector times, but as you can see in the top right, you don't have any green indication, purple indication or red indication, because yeah, the game basically doesn't show you your delta times through the sectors in the race, which is unacceptable. I hope it's just a bug and they are fixing that in the next patch. If that's actually a missing feature, that's unbelievable. I just completed a sector, sector 2. I have no idea how good that sector was, because they don't show me. Yeah, nice. At least a podium. I feel like my pace was pretty similar to P2 as well. Hey, what's up, Jesper? Nice to see you. Yeah. Especially I think on this game, if you're switching to no traction control on this game, I think this might be a lot more difficult to get used to than on previous games. Let's see, maybe I even got the fastest lap. I don't know, because there's no indication while racing. I didn't. But it was I was a little quicker than the guy in second at least, so... Look at all these guys not having made a profile yet. So now look in the top right. See all these PlayStation icons? I think this is a definite indication that crossplay is coming, and when we got crossplay we can see who is on which platform. I think that's a cool feature, I have to say. Oh, the loading times. Still loading. Hey look, this is the view we're gonna have in 4 days. It's crazy. Love Singapore. As we look at some people in an indoor swimming pool again. It makes me so angry. This is an F1 licensed game, and we have people in their living rooms as a background for the online lobbies. It's absolutely ridiculous. And we get Mexico. I wanted Singapore, but okay. I think acceleration out of the final corner at Mexico could be so difficult. Yeah, Nick, there are open spots for next season. We got 3 full-time spots that need to be filled, and ideally 1 more reserve driver. Yeah, and we're actually quite desperate for new people. We have a lot of applications, but most of the people that apply just at some point stop responding for some reason. That's like a pattern. We've had that with 3 or 4 people we've been talking to, and 70% of them are Dutch. And obviously we're not trying to be a Dutch racing league, and we already got like 5 Dutch drivers, so it's not an easy situation, and I hope crossplay comes as soon as possible, because we need drivers. And a commentator, an additional one, for the races that Lance can't cover. So Mexico. No rain, which is apparently good after the 1 lap I did in the wet at Austria a second ago. Let's just stick with that, because I have not any experience with how to set up setups on this game, and I just got this base Miami setup that I'm gonna stick to for the stream. Yo, did you see the lag on the car? Oh, you have to look at the reflection on the front of the car when going underneath bridges. It's so unsmooth. Oh, nice. Yeah, of course. Look how unsmooth this is. Do you see that? Now when we go under this bridge. That's... Yeah, I don't like that. Let's see if we can still ride this curb. Okay, apparently you can. Let's see how bad the traction is coming out of the final corner. This is what I'm most interested in. Well, that seems fine. Okay, he's doing donuts. Hey, sup Christian. Yeah, I don't know if you can join because this is a ranked lobby. I'm trying to get my rank after the 5 races I do. I don't know if you can join. You used to be able to join back on F1 2018 when online lobbies were actually fun, but I don't think you can anymore. Yeah, it's a shame that everybody is Dutch. It's nice to see. I mean that we've got such a big fan base in the Netherlands, but we're still like an international, or at least European racing league, and would be nice to have a little bit of diversity on the grid. And yeah, yes, well, Lance is coming back for next season, but obviously with him having a full-time job and having to, you know, feed a family, I highly doubt that he'll be available for all the 21 races. And then we obviously also got the GT3 series, which we don't have a commentator yet. I hope Samuel does it. Or at least me and Samuel split the season, because I did half of last season. Look at the left hand side on the halo, on the headrest. Do you see the reflection from the fan? That is poor. God, that's graphically so bad. So laggy. Well, anyway, let's try to get a good start. I was so careful that I did not get any wheel spin. That was okay, nice, man. Double overtake. Whoa, why is he braking so much? Ah, okay, because the guy in third is lagging like crazy. I think my sister just dropped her phone. Shout out to her. Oh, that's a clear takeout. I'm sorry. Let's see. Not even a penalty. I mean, I kind of got stuck to his diffuser, but that was my fault. Well, okay, no penalty, so it's not my fault. New Jeff. I actually like the new Jeff because I know the voice in real life, because that's the Mark Pricey, I think it's his name. He's like an F1 YouTuber that does technic analysis, because he used to work as a McLaren mechanic back in the mid 2000s. He's a cool guy, so I actually like him being the new Jeff, as you can hear in the background. Oh, let's go. That was a karting move. That was my signature move in karting. The undercut. Oh, that's the most satisfying move in motorsports. Changed my mind.
Fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Wow. That curve really unsettled the car. Christian, I think you know about that curve quite well. Still one of the most unsatisfying sections in F1, the stadium section. I mean, I get what they tried to do. They had this limited amount of space and they wanted to put the most amount of corners into it, which they could, and obviously make it as slow as possible as well. So yeah, the fans in the stadium could see the drivers for the longest amount of time, but it's still just terrible to drive, and it's not even good for overtaking. I wish they tried to make some changes. I'm yet thinking about what they could actually change to make it better, but I hate that section, the stadium section. I need to drive, but I think, like, obviously sitting there is quite cool, I guess. Look fastest lap, and I had no idea because I got no sector times that told me that I was improving. Catching the guy in first, but I surpassed last lap already, so I have to hope for a mistake from him, I think. Let's hope he does us that favor. Ah, yeah, not enough. One more lap. Good pace though, I have to say. Car felt pretty decent in this race. Christian. Yeah, we had a great battle there 3 years ago, that's true. Season 4 Mexico, that was unbelievable. And yeah, that's the go-to move on go-karting. Switchback moves. They are, especially if you like, with a wide variety of skill levels on one track, switchbacks are the most efficient way to get past people. Keep that in mind when we do the race in August. That will be switchback heaven. And yeah, Christian, starts are very difficult, but that's obviously no issue for me because I'm so good at starting races. Cap. One more race and we get the rank. Not expecting a lot because I still haven't won a race. Look, we get nothing. Thank you very much. Oh, we were 1 second quicker than him. Probably should have had a better qualifying session. Let's get something new. Maybe Miami would be cool, or like Spain with the new turn 10. We get nothing. I heard that Kota apparently is awful to drive, so let's go with Bahrain. I have to do it again. Check this out. Officially licensed Formula 1 game. You didn't realize? Ah, I wonder why. Okay, stop it. I can't stress this enough though. This is unnecessary, stupid, nobody asked for it, and has no place in a F1 game. Thank you very much. We're actually doing Kota. Okay, let's see how bad that actually goes. Oh, I'm the only one yet already up, so everybody hates me. Oh no, this guy still. He's the only one ranked, at least. Now, what I'm gonna look for is if they did the resurfacing, because obviously in real life they had to resurface at least. Oh, we got the wet. Why do I have to drive in the wet again? Because obviously in real life they had to resurface the S's because they were way too bumpy. And I bet at least 100 euros they did not resurface the track in this game. Because obviously they had to add supercars and sofas and carpets, because that's more important in a racing game. But at least they added new curbs. Ugh. Yo. I mean, the track does not look resurfaced, but there are no bumps, so I think they just... It's undrivable. It feels undrivable. They I don't think they visually resurfaced the track, but I think they did resurface it underneath, basically, because there are no bumps, basically, through the entire first sector. I like that they finally added the orange sausage curves on the outside, though. I mean, Codemasters in the A, they're probably like 5 years late, because they've been there for a while, but at least now they got them in the game. Oh, God, there's no grip. Absolutely no grip. P2 at least. Let's see how the start goes. That was so easy on the power. Yo, okay. I got a warning for that. Can you imagine?
Yellow flag.
Why
Check your
is
MFD for a
all
new
the
strategy
paint
option.
on the outside black, like what I'm running on here? It's red in real life. Why is it black? What the hell is that? You see that? It's black and it's red in real life. Why is it black? It used to be red in all of the previous games. What did they do? Huh? I'm very confused. And the game has crashed. Nice. So the stream will end in a second. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel to see more racing content. And I've been Sandro, and I'll see you next time. Oh, let's just wait on how long this goes on for. I'm probably seeing what you're seeing right now. I'm hearing engine sound. I can't do anything. The car is turning left on my wheel at least. That's just for the sake of see what happens. Well, this is my second game crash already in the span of 4 races. Yeah, Nick, this is what you had in Bahrain Season 2. That was F1 2014, so that was 8 games ago. And we still have that. You know, F1 2022 is a great game. This has been frozen for 2 minutes now. It's my second game freeze in the span of 4 races. Nice. Well, I guess I have to end the stream now. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.